Welcome back. Continuing the news. To the story now of a Jamaican man who was wrongly imprisoned in the United States for close to a year. And in that darkness, a light ignited. Since his release, he has been on a mission to change the lives of young people. Here's Amoy Harriet with this week's edition of A Ray of Hope.
Ray of Hope.
Behind these prison walls, doing my bases.
Locked up, but not locked down. What was meant to be the end of his life became the beginning of a new one. A few years ago, Cornell Bunting found himself in legal hot water in Florida, United States. He was unjustly jailed for 10 months with the possibility of facing up to 32 years in prison.
Basically what happened, one of the competitors that worked in my industry that I was in paid one of my guys that worked for me to say I gave him money to go kidnap someone. And so I was, accused on all these different crimes. And so this got dragged out for about 3 years.
The most difficult 3 years of his entire life.
The way the charges were put on me, because I had 8 counts of solicitation, 8 counts of conspiracy. That's what my charges had fell under. So I had 16 felony charges. So I was in maximum security, basically where you have a security around you constant. You see the light a day for 1 hour a week.
But the walls that held him soon gave way. The case eventually went to trial where Mr. Bunting was exonerated and the charges expunged. And from that wrongful strife, a man reborn. Published author, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and a man on a mission. The mission, changing the lives of young people with the birth of a charitable organization called Everyone Has a Story, EHAS. The group first started in Florida in 2021 until they opened doors in Jamaica earlier this year.
In that time I was locked up, I met a lot of youths, and I saw the need for these youths to be getting help a certain way where I needed to find a way to sort out this issue.
EHAS has been helping to manage some boys' homes locally. Now recently, the organization held a Christmas treat for children at a school in St. Elizabeth. But Mr. Bunting's mission extends further across the Atlantic Ocean.
My first big project that I did with the youths was in London. It was a gang of boys doing the stabbing, and I managed to get 16 of them out. But as far as me walking in my purpose now, that wouldn't have been put in a perspective until I was sitting in, the confinement for that length of time.
Mr. Bunting's hope now is for the Jamaican government to join him on his mission. He believes his organization is another helpful tool in the fight against crime.
It's a huge part of the solution, because when a youth understands his value and understand that he can do something other than turn to violence or turn to going to rob somewhere.
With a ray of hope, I'm Amoy Harriet.